drag that foot up, and then open out and extend it away. Rotate in, open and extend it away. 2 more, in, open and extend away. 1 more, in, open and away, and we'll do the same thing on that left leg now. So just shake that right leg out, readjust the shoulders if you want to give yourself a little release, relax, cross, and cross the other way. And then we'll do that again. And if you feel like this was too extreme, bring them in a little closer and don't go back as far. Rotate the left leg out and bring the knee up. Rotate it in and extend it away. Out and up, in and away. Beautiful. Out and up, in and away. 1 more. Out and up, in and away. And then reverse. In and up, out and away. In and up, out and away. 2 more. In and up, out and away. 1 more. In and up, out and away. Good. From here, we're going to relax those legs. They're open a little further than your hips apart. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Inhale, reach the arms. Let's exhale, round the spine, belly button and think thoracic spine rounding over. Pelvic floor still lifted. You're on top of the pelvis and walk the fingers slightly forward. Relax the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, stack the spine back up straight and tall. Reach the arms. Rotate them back. Set them down slightly behind you. Take a nice inhale. You're going to let the legs release, relax for a second. Now, we're going to drag that right leg up. You're going to keep the knee right in place. Try to extend, flex the foot, and press down. Drag the left leg up, extend, press down. Now, you're going to feel your back wanting to do this little release, right? So stay up nice and tall, leaning slightly back into those arms. Right knee, extend and flex and down. Left knee, extend and flex and down. Shoulders back. Right, extend, and bring it down. Left inhale, extend, flex it down. Right inhale, extend, and flex it down. Left inhale, extend, and flex it down. Again, sit up straight and tall. Inhale, feet about hip distance apart a little further. Exhale, round it forward. Belly button in, reach those fingers toward between the feet. Shoulders relax, chest relax. Inhale, stack up straight and tall. Lift those arms. All right, so your shoulders are down away from your ears here, right? Make that nice picture. Abs are nice and straight and tall. Legs are reaching out. Sit up tall if you can on top of your pelvis. Keep those feet flexed lightly. You're going to take a nice inhale. Those arms are reaching. Exhale, lift the right foot off the floor and lower. Exhale up for 2 and lower. So just that right leg is lifting and lowering. Keep reaching the chest up to the ceiling. Don't lean back. Don't feel yourself scoop. Lift that leg. It just needs to be an inch or 2. Engage. Exhale. Exhale 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Here's your release. Relax. Forward over the legs. Flex. Inhale. Stack up. Shoulders down in the body. Abs nice and tight. Left leg now. Exhale. Lift it and lower. Exhale 2, pelvic floor lifted, belly button in, up and under the rib cage. 3, feel that thigh engage. 4, exhale for 5, exhale for 6, 2 more. 7, last one. 8, reach up and over, exhale forward. Inhale, stack back up. All right, hip flexor stretch. Bring the hands. This time you're going to rotate so the fingertips are facing toward your hips. Hands not as far behind you as before because that's going to be a lot. They're a little closer now. You're going to now walk your feet a little closer to each other, not quite squeezing the inner thighs together, but not as far apart as they were. A little closer together, more toward parallel. Inhale from here. You're going to point the toes like you're stepping on the gas pedal to the ground. Exhale, squeeze your booty, lift your hips, coming into a little extension. So shoulders are back and down. Abs are nice and tight. Engage so that you're not letting your knees hyperextend. You want to feel like you're squeezing the kneecaps toward your thighs. Hold. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 1. Set your hips down. Use those fingers to help you sit up straight and tall. Flex the feet and round forward over your legs, releasing and relaxing. So again, little hip flexor stretch here, engaging in the entire front of the leg now. Thighs are going to squeeze. Hands come down behind you. Take a nice inhale. Keep the kneecaps lifting so you don't hyperextend. Exhale. Press the balls of the feet toward the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the hips. Shoulders are back. Abs are tight. Keep the neck long, but chin gently down, looking toward the toes slightly. Inhale 3, inhale 2, exhale 1. Set your hips down, sit up straight and tall, and flex it forward. Exhale. Good, one more time. Bring those fingertips right behind your hips. Take a nice inhale from here. Shoulders are back and down. Exhale, lift the hips. Kneecaps lifted. Squeeze the glutes. Abs are tight. Calves are engaged. Front of the leg engaged. Quads are squeezing. Glutes are squeezing. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Set your hips. Flex your feet. Sit all the way up. And exhale forward. Beautiful. I'd like you to rotate your body just so that you're facing me. Come onto your elbow on the floor. So your elbow's going to be right under your shoulder. Your knees are going to be straight out, actually slightly in front of you, so knees are bent. Waist is lifted here. I don't want you to sink into the floor, so you're getting this nice upper body, nice and straight and tall. So think elbow through your chest to your top elbow are nice and wide. We're going to take a nice inhale here. You're going to exhale. Just let the upper body flex down toward this hand. You're keeping your hip lifted here. You're feeling this nice stretch, nice and easy. And then just rotate back to me on top of that shoulder. So it's not a big lift. It's just more of a stretch, dropping that shoulder away from the ear on the bottom and then rotating back and stacking the shoulder back up. So more of a shoulder warm up than anything. Keep this shoulder away from the ear on the bottom, rotate down toward that hand, and then push into it and come back up for 3. Nice rotation down, push into it and back up for 4. Little rotation down and back up for 5. Little rotation down and back up for 6. Little rotation down toward that hand and back up for 7. One more little rotation down and back up for 8. Now we're going to hold right there. We're going to sneak these knees slightly behind you so that you're in one line from your hip through to your elbow. Lift the hips just up off the mat. Now your hips are lifted. You're pushing into the shoulder a little bit more. Elbow right under the shoulder. Take a nice inhale. We're going to take this top leg, straighten it right out. Abs nice and tight. You can lower that foot to the floor. Keep everything lifted tall, shoulder away from the ear. There you go. Lift this leg up and flex and pull down. Point it up, flex to pull down. Pelvis isn't moving at all. If you need to, you can put this bottom hip down on the mat. For now, I'd like you to try to stay lifted in there. Good. Inhale it up, flex and pull down. Inhale it up, flex and pull down. Inhale it up, flex and pull down. Inhale up, flex and pull down. 2 more up, flex and pull down. 1 more up, flex and pull down. Set both hips down for a minute. We're going to get off this elbow. You can bend the knee, come over like a mermaid. Good. Placing the hand down now. So the hand is going to go pretty much where your elbow just was. You're lifting up again. Good. Take a nice inhale. We're going to take that top leg. Abs nice and tight and strong. So now with the top leg, we're going to lift it up. We're going to reach it forward in front of you. Give it a little tap. We're going to lift it up, take it back, and reach toward your foot behind you and tap. So up, tap toward the front. Up, tap toward the back. Up, tap toward the front. So now, yes, you could be down on your elbow here if it's too much for you to be up on the hands, okay? You could put the hip down if you need to and tap. Up, over the arc 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 and tap. 2 more. Up, over that arc. Up, over that arc. Last one. Up and over. Woo! Up and over. Again, set down, bend that knee. Lift this arm and give yourself a nice little stretch. If you don't like overhead, you could be across the chest here. Good, and let's just flip around to the other side. All right, so starting down on the elbow on this side, knees slightly in front of you. We're starting with just that nice rotation. So elbow on the floor, knees are slightly forward, your hips are still lifted, your waist is open. You're going to rotate down to that bottom hand, drop the shoulder away from the ear, and then rotate back to knee stack. Rotate, inhale, and then exhale, stack back up for 2. Rotate, inhale, and stack it up for 3. You're trying to hold your pelvis strong and in place here as you rotate the upper body and stack up for 4. Rotate, stack up for 5. Rotate, stack up for 6. 2 more. Rotate, stack up for 7. 1 more. Rotate, stack up for 8. And we're going to hold right there. Press that bottom arm into the floor. Knees slightly back now. Lift the hips up off the mat. Take a nice inhale. Take that top leg. You're going to lift it up. Inhale. Flex and press it down. Lift up. Inhale. Flex, press for 2. Lift up. Inhale. Flex, press for 3. Lift up, inhale. Flex, press for 4. Keep that pelvis right in place. Flex, press for 5. Lift, inhale. Flex, press for 6. Lift, inhale. Keep that bottom glute squeezing. One more. Good. Reach it down here. Lower the hips. Lift yourself up. You can take this arm overhead or across the body if that feels better. Nice stretch up that side now that you were just working. Good. Hand comes down. Take a nice inhale here. We're going to do the same thing. Lift those hips up. Hands can come back. We're going to take that top leg and give it a nice lift. Come over the arc, step it forward, tap. Lift, come over that arc, and bring it back for 1. Lift, come up and over, down. Lift up and over. Remember, you can set the hip down if you need to. You can bring the elbow to the floor if you need to. Lift it up and over, tap back. Lift it up and over, tap forward. Leave it alone, buddy. Leave it. Sorry, Jetta's right in front of me, and he's looking at a bee. That's a spicy one. You don't want to catch her. Leave her alone. Good. Lift and up and over. Lift up and over 2. Lift up and over. Last one. Lift up and over, tap. Lift up and over, tap. That was really low for me. Set the knees, set the hips, bring that arm over. Woo! All right, little break for those shoulders. What happened? Little break for those shoulders. Have a seat. Lie all the way back onto your mat, on your back. All right, we're going to start with our endurance series here. So let's start by just engaging in your abdominals. So take a nice inhale. On the exhale, think of a light imprint where you're only using your abdominals. So I don't want you to squeeze your glutes at all. I just want you to gently lower that back toward the floor, feeling that belly button sort of draw up and in toward your rib cage. Then your rib cage knit in and down. Feel that deep connection. Hold it and then release it. Exhale. Just a little breath in. Shoulders release, relax down. Inhale. On the exhale, imprint everything gently down toward that mat, knitting the ribs in and down, belly button up and under the rib cage. Lift through the pelvic floor, abs nice and tight. Try to release your glutes. They're not necessarily part of this right now. They're not doing anything. It's just the abdominals. Inhale, stay, and then exhale to release. One more time. Exhale, imprint. Feel everything tighten up and just feel that light imprint down toward the mat where your back is lengthening lightly, just enough to hold it nice and still. Now maintain that position. Let's bring one leg into tabletop and then the other into tabletop. Maintain that position and let your arms just hover your mat. Now start engaging in those arms. Nod the chin, inhale. Maintain the position of your pelvis and exhale into flexion with the upper body. So here you are in tabletop position. Imagine you're balancing like a foam roller right on your knees and it's staying nice and still. We're going to stay super tight, super strong. Just reach the arms up overhead. Keep this connection. Feel it challenge your core to stay in place and circle around. Exhale. Big inhale. Keep relaxing in those shoulders, but exhale around. You don't want to feel yourself release back to the floor. You stay in this nice bit of flexion. Now we're going to hold here. Take a nice inhale. You're going to press one leg out. Bring the other knee in toward your chest. No movement in that spine. No movement in the pelvis. Inhale, switch. Exhale, other leg out. No movement in that spine, keeping that light sense of imprinted position. Your neck is relaxed. If you need to put the head down on the floor, you go right ahead. Inhale to switch and exhale, stretch. Inhale to switch. And you're using the leg to pull the knee in. You're not really pulling with your hands. You're just drawing that knee into the chest while the other leg stretches the other way. I want you to imagine you have a band between those feet and you're stretching it in each direction, pushing it and pulling it, pushing it and pulling it. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Last one here, exhale, stretch. I'm going to have you release the head, neck, and shoulders down to the mat here. Now, place the hands right against your legs. Press with your legs into your hands and push with your arms into your legs and feel that engage your core. Tighten everything up super tight and strong. Head stays down now. We're going to keep the right hand. We're going to reach the left leg away, the left arm up overhead. Exhale. We're going to bring it in and tap. No movement, same side. Exhale, left. Inhale, tap. Keep that right side pressing as you reach and then tap in. Reach the arm and the leg away and tap in for 4. Reach the arm and the leg away and tap in for 5. Beautiful. Reach it away. Your back is super still for 6, and we're going to switch. Keep the left side pressing. Your head's on the floor. The right arm reaches. Keep that left side squeezing and tap in for 1. Engage that core. Feel that rib cage drawing in and down for 2. Reach it away. Pelvic floor lifted. Belly button in for 3. Reach it in. Exhale. And in for 4. 2 more. Reach it. And in for 5. 1 more. Reach it. And in for 6. And then just release it back. Give everything a nice relaxing stretch for a second. Drop your knees toward me, but turn your head away. Nice twist. Good. Pick up those knees and go the other way. Drop your knees the other way and drop your head toward me. Good. Bring it back up. All right. Place your feet on your mat for a second. And I want your heels right underneath your knees. Come into that light imprinted position with your back again. So I want you just to engage your abdominals. Draw that belly button a little toward your rib cage a little down toward your belly button. We're going to come into flexion with the upper body. Exhale. So lower body is going to stay nice and still. It's not moving at all. I'm going to start with my front leg. So it'll be my left leg, but you can feel free to choose whichever one you want. Just want you to be able to see. You're going to pick up this leg to tabletop. You're going to extend it out. Now, you're keeping everything nice and still in this pelvis. You're going to give this leg a nice lift, lower, and bend to bring it back in, and we can put it down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to pick up the leg to tabletop. You're going to reach it away. You're going to keep the pelvis still. You're going to lift, lower, and bend to come in, put it down. Lift the leg, extend it out. Give it a nice lift, lower, and bend it in. Your back is staying perfectly still. Lift the other leg, extend, lift, lower, and bring it in. Reach, extend, lift, lower, bring it in and down. Bend, extend, lift, lower, bend, place it down. Bend, extend, lift and lower, bend, put it down. Bend, extend, lift and lower, bend, put it down. 1 more each side. Your back is super still. Your pelvis is super still. Lift, lower, bend. Last one. Bend, extend, lift, lower, bend. Place it down on the mat. Release your head, neck, and shoulders back. This time, give everything a good stretch. Ooh, core should be firing like crazy. That added a nice little hamstring stretch and some hip flexors working too. And relax your arms down by your side. Bend your knees to come back in and place those heels right underneath your knees here for your shoulder bridge. So now your heels are right under your knees. Your shoulders are down. Take a nice inhale. Again, imprint that pelvis. Feel that nice imprint with just the abdominal squeezing. Now keep that connection. You're now going to press your heels to the floor. Slight lift of those toes. Squeeze your glutes and lift your hips to come into a nice shoulder bridge here. Pressing the hips toward the ceiling, feeling the glutes engage, abs nice and tight and strong. We're going to lower your hips, inhale, and we're going to squeeze them back up. Keep that lightly imprinted position, that same feeling the whole time. Inhale down, exhale up for 2. Inhale down, exhale up for 3. Inhale down, neck is released and long for 4. You want to feel mostly your glutes, a little thigh stretch for 5. Inhale down, 6. Inhale down, 7. Inhale, lower. 8. Let's do 2 more here, lower. Feel those glutes squeeze. 9, lower. Hold up here for 10. Now, I want you to keep the left hip right in place. Drop that right hip just a little bit and then squeeze and push it up. Drop the right hip just a little and squeeze and push up for 2. Drop the right hip just a little, squeeze and push up for 3. Drop and lift for 4. Drop and lift for 5. Drop and squeeze for 6. Drop and squeeze for 7. 1 more. Now, keep the right hip right where it is. Little drop of the left hip down and squeeze up for 8. Lower and up for 7. Lower and up for 6. Lower up for 5. Lower up for 4. Lower up for 3. Lower up for 2. Lower up for 1. You should feel your glutes like crazy. Roll that spine down, lengthen through, and release to the neutral. Take those feet right to the sky for a second. Just release, relax right there. Shake everything out. Let your feet relax as much as you can. And just feel this stretch in your hamstring a little bit. Both of them, in fact. Good. And then release and place them back down. Okay, we're going to do a fun little exercise here. By fun, I mean, you know, my kind of fun. Shoulders down, away from the ears, feet back where they were. Knees and toes are straight ahead. Think like 11s. You don't want to be out like a diamond. You don't want to be in like a piece of pizza or ski plow, right? You want to keep everything nice and straight and strong. Little imprint of the pelvis, shoulders released and relaxed, rib cage in. It's going to move with you. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips back up. Now, we're going to kind of keep the heels pressing to the mat, to the floor, to the mat, and we're going to take up the toes just a little. And what I'm going to do is put my hands right on my pelvis so I know it's not going to shift. I want you to pick up one foot without shifting your pelvis and place it slightly in front. And then you're going to walk the other foot out. And then you're going to walk the other foot out. You're going to walk the other foot out. You're going to try to keep your hips lifted and keep walking those feet out. Right to about there, the edge of your mat, right? Now walk them back in and lift the hips a little. Walk them back in, lift the hips a little more. Walk them back in, walk them back in. Good, and hold right there in your nice bridge. Hips are in line with your shoulders here. We're going to try to keep the pelvis and everything in place. Walk out, walk out, walk out, walk out. Good, they might not get to straight. It's okay. Walk them back in, walk them back in, walk them back in, walk them back in. We're going to do that 2 more times. Walk the feet out, walk them out, walk them out, walk them out. Feel those glutes, walk them in. Walk them in, lift the hips. Good, hold right there 1 more time. Walk them out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk them back in. 4, lift the hips. 2, hold it there. You can flatten your feet. Roll your spine down this time. Lengthen through 1 vertebrae at a time. And release your neutral. Drop your knees toward me. Turn your head and your shoulders the other way. Pick them back up and go the other way. Drop your knees away. Turn your head toward me. Beautiful. Pick them back up. This time we're going to rock yourself up to a seated position, turning over onto hands and knees. Should have woken up the back of your body, especially your glutes and your hips. All right. On your hands and knees here, let's give a little hip stretch, shoulder stretch as well, and then we'll move into a little more work, okay? So your hands are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. We're going to start by keeping a nice inhale here. We're going to take one knee straight up off the floor behind you. So you're in this nice long line, right? And then we're just going to tap it down. Lift it straight up for 2 and tap it down. Try to keep your pelvis in place and let that movement come from just the leg lifting, not the back moving. Exhale up for 5. Exhale for 6. Exhale for 7. Exhale for 8. Now we're going to take that same knee and we're going to lift it straight to the side like a little fire hydrant without twisting your body. 7. Good. Straight up for 6. Your foot and your knee are going. 5. Try to keep your belly button in the center. 4. Push away from the floor. 3. Tear that yoga mat in half. 2. Good. And 1. Now we get some real fun here. We're going to lift the leg straight up. You're going to circle that leg forward and down for 1. Lift it up. Circle it forward and down for 2. Lift it up, circle it forward for 3. Lift it up, circle it forward for 4. Lift it up, circle it forward for 5. Lift it up, belly button is in for 6. Lift it up, circle it forward for 7. Last one for 8, and guess what? Let's go the other way. Lift it up, circle it back for 8. Side, back and down for 7. Side, back and down for 6. Lift, back and down for 5. Lift, back and down for 4. Open that hip out for 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. And give it a little release this time. Shell stretch. You can bring your feet toward each other. Open your knees a little bit. Drop your hips back. Bring your hands over to one side, dropping your hips to the other. And then go the other way, just to kind of even off that stretch. Beautiful. Now coming back up, hands and knees, other leg. We're going to start with that same knees bent, abs tight, other knee is going straight up. Keep the pelvis in place and down for 1. Straight up, belly button is in, down for 2. No movement in that low back. 3, neck is long. 4, arms evenly balanced. Exhale, 6, neck long. 1 more. Good, now take it straight to the side. Up, 8, keep that pelvis right in place. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The foot and the knee are both lifting. And 1. And here we go into those circles. We're going back and forward for 1. Lift the knee. Take it to the side for 2. Lift. Big circle around that hip for 3. Lift. Circle around for 4. Beautiful. Lift. Circle around for 5. Lift. Circle around for 6. Lift. Circle around for 7. 1 more. And then we reverse. Up to the side and back for 1. Up to the side and back for 2. Up to the side and back for 3. Up to the side and back for 4. Up to the side and back for 5. 6, 2 more. Whew. 7. And on number 8, you get a nice little release and relax back. Drop your arms over to one side, nice stretch. Up the whole side of the body. And go to the other side. I'm not going to lie, it is humid out here today. Woo! All right, little thoracic twist. Now, I want you to control keeping your pelvis right in place. So you're kind of pushing your knees to the floor. You're going to take one hand behind the head for now. Keep the other hand pressing into the floor. If you wanted to come to a fist here to give your wrist a little break, you totally could. Rotate toward the ceiling with that elbow, shoulder down away from the floor, and then elbow toward your hands. Drop your bottom shoulder away from your ear. Don't bend your elbow here. Keep that other elbow straight. So you're pushing away from the floor to open. Then you're rotating toward the floor, dropping that elbow, but keeping that bottom elbow straight. Push away, open, bottom elbow straight. Let's add in. You're going to push away, open, reach the arm. Bend the elbow this time, letting yourself lower and stretch, dropping the shoulder toward the floor. Open, bend the elbow, exhale. Good, open, bend the elbow, exhale. Adding on, open here. Hold it there. Take this front leg, straighten it out. Press it out behind you like it's in a plank. You're going to hold that position with that straight leg if you can. Bottom knee still on the floor. Rotate, come under this arm and reach. Come back up. Inhale, push away. Rotate. It gets a little harder here. And bring it up for 3. Rotate down. Bring it up for 4. Rotate down. 2 more. 5. Rotate down. Remember, you could back it up. You could go back to that previous movement with the knee on the floor. Last one. Good. Bring it back. Place the hand down. Shift back, both knees down again. Round your spine, belly button, and relax your wrists mostly here. Good. We're going to go to the other side. I'm just going to turn to face this way so that I can see you guys. So other hand is on the mat now. So the hand that was just behind your head is going to come. The hand that was just on the floor comes behind the head. The hand that was behind the head is on the mat. Open up toward the sky with that elbow, and then rotate without bending the bottom elbow. Up toward the sky, and then rotate. Up, inhale, beautiful, exhale, adding on, reach that arm, you come up. This time you bend the bottom elbow and drop the shoulder toward the floor. Inhale, push away. Bend that bottom elbow toward the floor, push away. Bend that bottom shoulder to the floor, adding on if you want to. Open it up, straighten out that front leg. Whoop. Walk forward, so I have my mat. Good, now take that bottom arm, it's gonna bend as you lower, inhale. Bring it up, inhale. Exhale down. Push away, inhale. And bring it down. Remember, this knee can stay down on the floor if you need to. Woo! Bring it up, inhale. And down. Bring it up, inhale. And down. One more, inhale. And down this time. Place it back on the floor, release it back, exhale. Woo! Okay, staying there on hands and knees. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hands under the shoulders. For now, we're going into downward facing dog here. Just keep in mind that if you want to keep this a little lower, you can lower to the elbows if you want and just do a little plank here. You don't have to worry about going into the full-on down dog if that's not where you want to be. This is a little bit more shoulder work, and we're going to add some hip mobility to it as well. Okay, and then we'll come into our roll down and roll up, kind of walking out to a plank. So first thing, we're going to hold nice and tight and strong. Chest right between the hands. Plus one leg back to plank. Bring the other foot back, find your plank on your hands. So nice high plank. Now, from here, we're going to shift the hips, push the hands, press the heels, pressing those arms away from each other. So your hips are up toward the ceiling, your abs are nice and tight and strong. Now we're going to shift back forward to plank. So that might be enough for you today, is just keeping both hands, both feet down. Inhale, shift back. Exhale to plank. Good. Now adding on. Inhale, shift back. We're going to exhale to plank. We're going to pick up one foot. We're going to place it out slightly wider on our mat. Good. And then we're going to bring it back and put it down. We're going to pick up the other foot, place it out slightly wider on our mat, bring it back behind you, shift back. Little release. Bring it down. Now one hand is going to go out slightly wider on the mat and then comes back. Other hand slightly wider and other, put it back. Shift back, down dog. Okay, now, here we go, continuing on. Adding on. Opposite foot, opposite hand. Step out, little tap, bring it back. Step out, little tap, bring it back. And then shift back, down dog. Back to plank. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Little tap to the side and back. Tap to the side and back. And then shift back. Now it could be foot or hand. Tap out and back. Tap out and back. And the goal is, don't move your hips. Back to plank. Tap out and back. Tap out and back. Down dog. Two more. Plank. Tap out and back. Tap out and back. Plank. One more. Tap out and back. Tap out and back. Down dog. Bend your knees. Set them on the floor. Walk them in just a little bit. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Tuck those toes. Take a nice inhale. Lift your knees just up off your mat. Exhale. Abs nice and tight and strong. Hold, inhale. Exhale, set the knees down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold, inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, lift the knees. Hold, inhale. Exhale, put the knees down. One more, inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold, inhale. Exhale, down. Shift back. Give yourself a quick little break here, especially for your wrists. Flip them over if you want to. Press them down. Stack back up. All right. Adding in. Okay. I'm dripping. I'm sure it's more humidity than work, but I literally, my face is melting off right now. This is how it goes for me. I melt from the head down, I always say. All right, hands back under the shoulders, adding on. Remember, you could be on a fist here if it's too much to be on your wrist anymore. You could be in a fist position, that's okay. Or if you need to be down on your elbows, you could do this there too. Take a nice inhale. You're going to lift your knees up off your mat. Exhale. We're going to step one foot out wide to plank. Other foot to plank. Good. Bring it back in. Bring that knee in. It's bent, hovering. Bring it knee in. It's bent. Other foot is going to step out and back out. Good. Now back in and back in. And hold. Knees are hovering. Step out, out. Step in, in. Knees are hovering. Last one. Other foot out, out, in. In. Knees are hovering. Set them down. Flip the feet. Shift back. Shell stretch. Okay. All right, last little shoulder work here. Take a nice inhale. Tuck those toes. Exhale. Lift the knees. Now, your hands are going to do the same thing your feet just did. Oh, my goodness, what? You're going to just put one hand in front of where that other hand is. Step the other hand out. Oh, my gosh, that gets harder in your core. Now bring it back and bring it back. Other hand goes out, out, and then back in, under the shoulder, under the shoulder. Right, left, bring it back, right, left, last one, left, right, bring it back, left, right, set the knees, flip the feet, round it back. Shoulders. All right. Step those feet back to your plank. This time you're going to walk your hands back to your feet. You're going to release your head, neck, and shoulders. You're going to release, relax, engage your legs, lift from the kneecaps, roll it up, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, feel each vertebrae. Good. At the top, take a nice inhale. We're going to roll back down, articulate down, head drops first, chin to chest, peel down like you're peeling away from a wall. I'm not going to have you walk your hands out because you did enough for your shoulders, but place your hands on the floor if you can. Soften both knees so that your hips come down a little bit. One hand on the floor, other hand reaches up and stretch your legs. Good, put them back down. Other hand lifts up and stretch your legs. Put them back down. Shake out your head. Relax your arms. Shake them out. Roll it up. Articulate the spine. Lift from your kneecaps. Belly button in. All the way up. One vertebrae at a time. To the top. Good. One more time. Take a nice inhale. Drop your chin. Heel down. Exhale. Lengthen through. Belly button in. Releasing toward the mat, toward the floor. Relax everything down. Place both hands down. Soften your knees if you need to. Take a nice inhale. One hand up to the ceiling. Stretch the legs. Exhale down. Other hand up. Stretch the legs. Exhale down. Drop the head. Relax your arms. Shake it out and roll it all the way up. Shoulders back. Release. Relax. All right. I'm going to put on a little bit of music. We're going to do some standing work for balance. How's everybody doing? Good? Good? Good. Glad to hear it. Grab a quick sip of water if you want right now. I don't think we're going to use any weights today. We're going to skip those. I'm just going to put on some music so that you can have a little beat to move to if you want. We're going to start by just finding your balance in the center. Where's my playlist? There it is. Okay. There we are. Okay, hopefully that's not too loud in your ear. Hopefully you can, oh, did I lose Stephanie? She's done. That's okay. You and me now, Cindy. All right, you're going to start with a nice little march. Yep. And by little march, I mean a big march. We're going to lift, 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 lift. Now get tall here. Think of crown of the head to the ceiling. Up, up. 3, hold this leg up. Find your balance. Lift here. Forward strong. Stay tall. Hands to the right on your waist. You're going to take the feet out to the side and the front. Out to the side and the front. Now you could have a chair here. Side, front, side, front, side, front, side, front. One more. Side, front. 3, 2. Take it side. Put back behind you. Cross back. Straighten up. Lift to the side. Back. Stand up. Lift to the side. We go a little faster. We'll go back, down, up, lift. 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 Back, down, up, hold it. Come front, place it down. Good, back to that mark. Starting with that same leg you just worked. Lift smaller, here we go. Lift. Pick up that knee, lift tall. Up, 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 up. 4 more, here's 4, and 3, and 2. Hold this leg. Hold it, find that balance. Welcome back. 4, 3, first 2 super slow. We push out to the side and front. Side and front. Now to tempo. We go side and front. You can use a chair here if you need. Side, side. 4 more. Side. 3, 2. Hold it out to the side. It's going to cross behind you. You're going to bend that standing leg. Stand it back up. that leg back up to the side. Do that again, slow. Cross behind, lunge down, stand up tall, knee to the side. We go a little faster. We're gonna cross, lower, lift, woo, find the balance. Cross, lower, lift the leg. Cross back, lunge, come up, lift that knee. Cross back, lunge, up, open out, back, down, up, open, back, down, up, 2 more, back, down, up, last one, back, down, up, open, hold it there, take it out. Woo! Take it out a little wider, little turnout, bend right, bend left, bend right. So heels are down, knees are turned out a little. You're bringing your pelvis over, right? Center, left, center. Now, you're gonna go right, left, up, left, right, up, right, left, up, left, right, up. So it's like a slide across, then stand up, then slide across, then stand up. Should be like skating on the reformer, right? Down, down, now up, down, shift over, then up, down, shift over, up, down, shift, up, down, shift, up, down, shift, up, now, shift, right, left, pelvis stays, going side to side, side, yes, over, open those hips out, we have 4, we have 3, we have 2, last set, take it up, inhale, raise up, left back, come forward, hands to the floor, the ground, legs are straight here, press the hips back, nice stretch, bend your right knee, little inner thigh stretch, outside edge of the foot pressing to the floor on the left, straighten it up, bend the left knee outside edge of the right foot on the floor, good, bring it up, walk the hands to the sides if you want to, roll it up. We're going to take both feet, rotate them over your right shoulder. Your left leg is straight behind you. Bring it up onto that toe a little bit. That right knee is soft. Abs are nice and tight and strong. We're going to tap the foot in, tap it back to lunge. Tap in, tap to lunge. Little faster. Tap in and back. In and back. In and back. In and back. 4, 3, 2, keep it back there, number 1. Now, you're in this line, right, from your back heel to your front shoulder. And you're going to tip forward with that leg, keep the body nice and bent. Hip back. Right? Yes, so it's like a little seesaw on that front knee and back. Hip down, back. Hip forward, and back. The core nice and tight. Hip, step down. Hip, tap down. So that front leg, lift, and down. Oh, I can't believe it when I do that. Hip, and back down. Good. Stretch it back out. Take that back leg, bend it, straighten the front leg, and flex the foot and hamstring stretch to the front leg. Okay, we're going to take it down, shift up, and rotate the other direction. Other foot back behind you, up on that toe. Front knee soft. Abs nice and tight and strong. Slow tap in and out. Slow tap in and out. Take the tempo. We tap in and out. In and out. Front knee stay soft and out. Tap in and out. 4 more. Here's 4 and out. 3 and out. 2 and out. And 1. Hold it here. We'll wait for the music. There. I swear. It's going to keep going. I think. Maybe I'm a liar. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. slow tip. It doesn't speed up. You keep that front knee bent. You tip off it, tap down. Tip forward, tap down. Tip on that front leg, tap down. Core is tight. Tip forward, tap down. Tip forward, tap down. 2 more. Tip forward, tap down. Last one. Tip forward, tap down. Tip back front leg straightened out. I can't see it. All right. Here, face me. Abs tight. You guys have weight handy? Give me a thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. If you have weights handy, grab them now. Let's go and do a little upper body. We didn't do a ton. No hand, no weights. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Do without it. Create the tension, okay? You're okay. It's going to be okay. There's going to be legs involved. Don't worry. No worries. Oh, yeah. There you go. Perfect. All right. Let's do a little closer together. Hands right back to the side. Good. Out of it. A little PA. Down. Pull up. Down. Pull up. Down. Pull up. Down. Pull up. Hands behind right inside your shoulder. 2. Heels go down. We're going to stay down in the PA. Biceps, release. Biceps, release. Biceps, release. Curl, release. Hands to shoulder. 3. 2. Hold here for 1. Bring the elbows up. You're just going to turn 360. Your elbows are right in front of your shoulders. You're in a little plie. Hands are out about shoulder distance. We're going to come down, push up slightly. Down, slightly up. Biceps, up. So it looks like this from the side. Elbows in front and up. Front and up. Front and up. Front. Stay in your plie. Down, push up. Down, push up. Down, push. Take this a little bit faster. Release, push. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand all the way up. Elbows go back and up. Back and up. It just rise up. Elbows right next to the head. Back. 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 Add no way. Down. And up. Down. And up. Down. And up. Bicep back and nine. Up. Down. Down. Hold your feet a little bit faster with the triceps. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it out. Shoulders down. That's when you scared me to death. Heels in. Toes out. Arms are going to come up and out. Arms come up and out. Plie second and out. Plie second. And we'll go just a little faster. Plie second and up. Down. 3, nice and wide. Now, if this doesn't feel good on the shoulders, you can push here. Here is fine. Here is fine. That big shoulder, stay down. Hold. Arms are right up. They're facing in toward each other. Sit in your plie. Stay here, arms open. Out and up. 7. Sit in your plie. Knees back. 6. 5. 4. Pull wide. 2. Arms straight, straighten the legs. Biceps. Curl. Curl. 3. 4. Push the arms wide. 5. 6. 7. Hold down for 8. Arms only for 8. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Open out. Release it. Put those down. Arm across. Take one arm over. Add a twist. Open out. Arm across. Little little twist. Open out. Pat yourself on the back. Grab that elbow. Little side stretch. If you gotta go, you gotta go. It's okay. Good, open it out. Tap yourself on the back with the other hand. Grab that elbow. Little side stretch. Take it out. Hands behind you. Inhale. Open the chest. Release the arms. Inhale up. Exhale out. There you go. Good job, girls.
Oh my.
Oh, oops. I just muted you. I'm sorry. I hit unmute at the same time that you.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. All right.